Hi everyone, Tim here from the ThermoWorks kitchen, and this morning we're going to talk about getting perfect results with steaks on the grill. You'll note as I place these on the grill that these steaks all have different shapes and different sizes and different thicknesses as well. Those steaks are going to cook at different rates. Then you throw in the variability of the cooking surface. So these steaks are likely going to cook at different rates and finish at different rates, but that's not going to bother us at all because we've got a Thermapen Mark IV and we're going to verify the internal temperatures of these steaks. One of the common mistakes that people make when they're taking the temperature of steaks is to take the temperature before they flip the steak. It's only been on there for a moment or two. You can see that down near the grilling surface we have temperatures of in the 90s, and then as I pull that probe through the steak, you'll see that it gets lower and lower. Those are called gradients. Those changing numbers on the Thermapen, those aren't errors or looking for the temperature. This Thermapen is fast and accurate enough to give you basically real-time information as you pull that probe tip. Again, the sensor is in the very, very tip of that Thermapen. As you pull the probe tip through the steak and the numbers change, that's accurate information about the internal temperature of that steak. And the different numbers are called gradients. This steak is cooking from the bottom up. There's a hot grill surface and kind of a cool top, and it's cooking from the bottom up. We're seeing different temperatures. Now that we've flipped these steaks, we have a cooked surface on the top. We have the bottom that's beginning to cook. So let's go ahead and do our gradient test again. We've got 136 down there at the bottom, 110, 96, 92, and then 100 at the top. That lowest temperature that we saw, that 92, that's what we call the thermal center of the meat. And that's the number that we're tracking. Today we're going to be cooking these steaks to a medium rare, which is about 130 degrees. We're going to pull them at about 127 degrees so that they can continue to rest up to 130 degrees off of the heat. So I'm looking for 127 at that thermal center. I'm going to see other numbers. I'm going to see 130, I'm going to see 140, but I'm looking for the lowest number in the center. That's my thermal center. When that's 127, I'm going to take that steak off and I'm going to wait for the other steaks to reach that same temperature. You can see I've got a hotter temperature over here, and this steak is almost done, getting close to being done, and this steak over here is not even close. So as I pull the temperature through there, 104, 106. So my lowest temperature over here was 104, and my lowest temperature over here is 118 currently. So a big difference in terms of the rate of cooking on these steaks. So I'm just going to verify this steak in a couple of points. I'm going to measure here. I've got a 130, I've got a 128, and I've got a 131. So I'm calling that one done. I got to 128 and let that continue to rest up to about 130 degrees, perfect medium rare temperature. 127, that one's done. Let's pull it off. So these steaks are going to continue to rest up to a perfect medium rare. We'll cut them open and see how they go. But all of that was possible because I had a Thermapen, which has the speed and accuracy to tell me what's going on with the actual gradients inside those steaks. If I were to use a dial thermometer or an instant read thermometer that I bought at the grocery store, for example, the response time on those types of devices is anywhere from 12 to 20 seconds. So that literally means that as you pull the probe through the steak, and you notice that we won't pass the center and pull through the center, you would have to hold that thermometer in place for 12 to 20 seconds at each change of temperature to make sure you had a verified, accurate reading on that thermometer. Your hand's going to burn off, and it's not a practical solution. But with a super fast and accurate thermometer like a Thermapen Mark IV or a classic Thermapen, you're going to be able to get that real-time information and pull each steak off the grill as it reaches that perfect temperature. Let's go eat.